Hi YouTube, I'm Janaki, and in today's video essay we cover the topic that nothing is not the reason for self-love. I know how it sounds. This is pretty clickbait name, but just give some time to explain what I mean. And I start with the story from TED Talks. Woman blogger, she told her story. Shortly, she dreamed to be a beauty blogger for 10 years. For 10 years. And she couldn't start doing it because she saw that she needs a university, then she needs a good job, she needs some fundamental basic things, and then she can start her dream life, living her dream life. But she did nothing for these 10 years. I mean, she did a lot of things, yeah, but she did nothing for her dream. And then she started the beauty blog. Oh my God. And she said that after the first video, she understood that she will never ever again make beauty videos. So she totally changed her channel with time. But she really liked this, being a blogger. She liked to share things, but she understood that beauty blogging is not her. She didn't like it. Her skin didn't like it, and a lot of other things. It's not that easy as it looks, to be honest. I tried a few times to make beauty videos, but what I'm here saying is that we often think about some dream life, that we want to make something, but we cannot do it right now because of this, and that. But we will never start doing things like this. We are losing time. We can lose a lot of time, a lot of years, and then understand that it's not ours. It's not ours. I tried in my life a lot of things. Even today, I remember that like 10 years ago or 8 years ago, I was starting makeup artist career while I was in modeling agency, and like this atmosphere, I really wanted to be a makeup artist. But after making makeup for a few people, I understood that I really don't like doing it. But I mean, this could stay just a dream for me. But now I understand it's not mine, and I'm moving on. I'm going to the next. I'm doing something next and checking out what is mine, because I had a lot of dreams in my life, and some of them I fulfilled, and some of them I'm still in the process. I'm trying to fulfill them. And now with this, like trying, I understand more myself. I understand my mental and physical abilities. I understand what I enjoy doing every day and what I don't, for example, because our purpose is something that we enjoy doing often. And wow, how it's connected to nothing is not the reason for self-love. I hope you understand already, but nothing, I'm not saying that nothing is like just being yourself is not enough. That's actually what I'm saying. Being yourself is enough. But you can ask some people like why you love yourself, and they don't know. They don't know their strengths, they don't know their weaknesses. They lost in this. They don't know who they are because they weren't looking for who they are. They weren't looking for themselves. And they also afraid to even mention what they actually dream about and do it, because I believe strongly that every person has their purpose, has the mission, and only completing this mission, every person can be happy like this, and we often think that why I don't love myself, Why I'm not confident? We can ask ourselves, like, what's wrong with me? But the thing is, nothing is wrong with you. Just you doing nothing to actually be yourself. You have some values inside yourself, but you're afraid to share with others because you think they can abandon you for that. You're afraid to share yourself with people in a good way, I mean, because you think you will not fit in. But this is something that's only in your head, because you have no idea will you fit in or not. But okay, let's imagine you know for 100% that these people that you are with, they will not accept you as you are. They just will never accept you as you are. Your thoughts, your philosophy of life, your values. Then why are you with them? If you know this for 100%, if you don't know this, why not to share and just get to know it, understand what's gonna happen? And not only with close people, I mean in the world, like in general, I know so many people, hundreds of people for all my life. I really met a lot of people, and I know so many people who just don't know what they dream about. Like they don't do what they dream about. And my spiritual master says that you can understand yourself in action. We are like, I'm a bhakti yogi, I'm trying to be, and my spiritual master, of course, is bhakti yogi. And like, this is yoga in action, meditation in action. You cannot just be nothing and be spiritually advanced, or I don't know, advanced in relationships. You always need to do something in different pace, in different spheres of life, maybe, because maybe some sphere of life is really developed in your case, but some sphere is actually not, and you're afraid to do it. You're afraid to start doing something there because somebody will abandon you, maybe you will not succeed, and this is totally okay to not succeed in some cases. It is okay. This is a real life. I want to share an amazing story from one of my favorite books. It's Bhagavad Gita as it is. It's translated by Srila Prabhupada. I like only this translation because I read another translations and I couldn't understand like the point and how practical, how can I practically use this philosophy. But his books are very practical. So in this book, Bhagavad Gita, it's actually like the song of God, because there we can see God and his friend. God is Krishna. In translation, this name means all attractive. And his friend, Arjuna, he was the best arrow shooter. How do you call this weapon? So he was the top warrior in the world at this time when it was happening. And there is a dialogue between Arjuna warrior and his best friend Krishna. And they talk about actions, like about service to God, to people, about life, about a lot of really important things that is actually a fundamental part of our philosophy. It's actually our fundamental philosophy for all human beings. And there is a moment when Arjuna, the warrior, he didn't want to fight. He said to God, to Krishna, he said like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to fight because fighting is bad. Like, I don't want to kill anyone. I don't want to like to leave some wives without their husband. For example, if I kill someone, right? And he's so kindly trying to explain Krishna that this is so bad, this war, and why do we need it, and like I don't want to take part in this. And he wanted to escape from the battlefield. He said, not escape because he is afraid, but he wanted to leave the battlefield because he saw that this is a good thing to do. Because it's better to be a yogi who meditates somewhere in the forest. It's literally what he mentioned. And he said, like, it's better to live like this. But Krishna, he unexpectedly, for me, because I read this book like 4 or 5 times, but this is always like so interesting. He says, like, this is, your heart is weak. This is a weakness of your heart. Because you are a warrior, it's your nature. You need to fight for good, for kindness, for goodness, for God, for justice, because there's a very important part in this, like, you need to fight for justice. And the point is that we try to love ourselves just as we are, just for doing what we are doing. And this is cool. This is very important to love ourselves for what we're doing already. But this is very important to always try to be more honest with ourselves. Are we satisfied with such life? Are we satisfied with what we are doing, with our community, surroundings, family? Are we satisfied? Because if we're doing things right, we will have a real deep satisfaction. Because if we don't, we need to start doing something. We don't need to just sit and say ourselves, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. It's what Arjuna was trying to do. Not like this exactly for self-love. In his case, he tried to meditate. He wanted to meditate for peace, not tried, wanted. Like for peace of everyone. But the thing is that you need to explore your nature, know who you are. In case of Arjuna, he already knew who he is. If you don't know, if I don't know, we need to find it. We need to look for it. We need to strive for it. We need to fight for finding our nature and like fulfilling it, our mission. And this is what I mean by saying nothing is not the reason for self-love. Because this is a very, very dangerous path. Always telling, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. If somebody asks you why, you don't know why. Honestly, you don't. You can say, because I do my job, because I'm doing something. And this is a good reason to like yourself and to be respectful to yourself, what you're already doing. But loving yourself means you're looking at yourself with the eyes of, God. Is God happy when he sees you? Is he happy from this look of your talents that you're opening up, that he gave you? Because God gave talent to every one of us. How do you think he looks at us when he sees, like, I gave this person a diamond, but this person is okay with some glass? And this is so wrong. This is not the reason to, this is not something that we should be okay with. This is something we should fight for. I just want to emphasize that this is a problem when people say, like, just love yourself for nothing. I mean, you have something, you can't be empty. You have something, you have reasons to love yourself as well. Not only to love yourself for existence. It's okay, yeah, but what are you doing with this existence? Are you fighting for being you? Maybe you don't need to fight. I mean, I'm not talking only about fighting. You can be like peaceful warrior. like this movie, interesting movie about peaceful warrior. I really like it. It's also it has a huge point. Just do actions. Just do you. Be you. Stop striving for having something, but instead start being someone. Because having something will always be. I don't see so often people who don't have like anything. Most people who really act in their lives, they always have what they need. Of course, they may want to have more, and this is okay as well. But I mean, you're not gonna lose anything if you follow this meditation in action. This is actually called karma yoga as well. And like if you do it as a service to God, then it's like actually like a perfect action. Perfect is when you can offer this to God. Because if you can offer this to God, you can offer this to everyone. Because if you're doing something for God, it means you're actually like serving to all creatures, not only human beings, like to everyone. So actually there's nothing wrong with being confident in your place where you are right now. But the problem comes when people actually they're trying to fake their confidence. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, you can fake it, but what are you changing in this process? Are you just faking, or are you really changing something? You're working on something. And I'm sure the first thing you need to work on is find your true self, find your real self, your authentic self, your talents, your mission. And only by walking in this path, you can actually be confident, love yourself, and this will be really healthy. This is not gonna be something crazy like just the look of confidence, but we need to feel it deeply and be satisfied with what we are doing. This is the thing. And the last point I want to mention, this is probably the most important thing I wanted to say today, is that there is a book called Sri Ishopanishad. It's translated by Srila Prabhupada as well, and there are like mantras, and they're explained, the meaning of them, they're explained. And first mantra, it's actually 0 mantra, but it's the first in a book, and it says that the God is full in his fullness, and everything and everyone what comes from God is actually full in itself as well as God. So quality of God and quality of creatures are the same. The only reason is the quantity, because God is like like a golden mine, and creatures of God are like golden earrings. So gold is the same, but quantity is different. So this is a good example, the good example to think about. So you are a golden earring, so why would you not love yourself? When you see the shining of this gold that God created, and this is you, why it's so hard to love yourself then? It means you're not shining yet. You just didn't open this potential that you have. So this mantra says about your potential, my potential, and everyone's potential. So I hope this video was interesting and useful to you. Let me know what topics would you like me to cover, and I will gladly do it. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.